The overview trailer for Pokemon Legends ZA is here, and I'm really excited for us to kind of go through it. I'm going to be taking you guys through all the things that you may miss when you're just looking at this at a surface level. There's generally a lot that's going to be kind of shown, revealed that maybe you wouldn't have expected or maybe you weren't looking for. I'm going to walk you guys through that as I watch through this for the first time myself as well. But before we get any deeper, make sure you guys like and subscribe. You're not going to want to miss out on anything that's coming out here at Haus. We are doing a ton of content surrounding Legends ZA and the release date, and the release in general. So if you guys are excited for Pokemon Legends ZA content, you're not going to want to miss it. We're going to have guides. We are going to have all the leaks. We're going to have all the rumors, everything leading up to this game, a review, pretty much anything you can think of. I'm really looking forward to it. You guys are not going to want to miss it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If I miss anything, let me know. But let's get into this trailer here and see what we can find. Okay, instantly, right? This is a cutscene. Pidgeys, nothing too crazy. Now it's saying it's from the Switch 2 version. I'm gonna guess it's the Switch 1. You're gonna have people, looks like, at these stalls that you'll be able to talk to, but already I'm like, ugh, I hate the foliage and the little rocks and stuff in these games, but the rest of the game really doesn't look too bad. Okay, so this is a new angle for us as well. This is actually looking out of the city, so like literally within the first 4 seconds we already have new views. I will say the character looks good, the stonework looks good. I'm not too upset about that. Even the buildings look a little bit better, honestly, but I can't imagine playing this on a Switch 1. I think it's not going to look too good, to be honest with you guys, but that is how it is. But I think that is the train station in the background as well. Looks like there's a Pokemon Center right in the front there. Sorry, I'm pointing with my finger. Right in the front there as well. So there we go. No Pokemon right now. Then we got literally an anime version of the Esper. We've got Emma here. Still have not been able to see what that is. We'll have to take a look at that when we get into the game. AZ doing his thing. Even the light posts here are shaped like the Floette. That's pretty impressive that they were able to add that little detail there. Okay, we've seen this. Good old Ampharos, my favorite Pokemon, by the way. Love that it's getting so much attention. Alright, so right here. So this is where, by the way, alright, so already seen this. So nothing too crazy here, but right there is where the box art is, right? Is wherever this communications tower thing is going to be. You can already see on the rooftops and everything too, right? Like, look at how much space there is. It looks like there's just going to be a lot of even some grass and stuff for us to kind of run through up there. But yeah, there's just like a lot of little things around here that I'm seeing, like especially this one. I'm really wondering what this building is going to be. You see the Litleo, looks like it's using a protein or a PP up or something like that, right? Over here it's almost acting like it's like a natural advertisement, with the fruits and stuff there. So the berries most likely, but very interesting. There's still a wall, by the way, up here in front of Lumiose, or in front of Prism Tower, which is pretty interesting, but we'll continue. Nothing crazy right now. Okay, so then this is the second wild zone here. By the way, we've seen that where it's got that little island in the middle, the water all around it. This was once a plaza. Now it is a wild zone.
Of Lumiose City. We're an urban.
Okay, Scizor, we got Pidgeotto, it looks like, just kind of chilling there. The fletchling up there. And now this is the redevelopment stuff over here. Right, and I have been theorizing lately that I believe that there's a chance that a lot of these buildings, as they are getting redone, right, and maybe that's part of the reason why they just kind of look bland right now, that will open them up, that will allow us to go in them as they finish this redevelopment everywhere. So maybe that's it. You can also see the mega fragments over here, right? This will help you, I guess, from what I've heard, right, we're going to go to Quasartico with mega fragments, and they're going to give us mega stones and stuff like that.
The redevelopment plan is underway.
All right, yeah, here's a shop. Looks like you could buy berries. Looks like an orange berry there. You know, this guy is just tricked out, looking cool here. He's got an Ultra Ball hat on. Pretty funny, the little Swirlix? Yeah, Swirlix up here.
To shape it into
Continue
a place
going
that
on
will
there. Metagross, okay. Might be the first time we've seen Metagross in this game yet. So, you got that. You got the Pat Rat running around on the top there. A little Riolu. A little Spritzy, I think, at the top there. So,
use to
looking
both
good.
people and Pokemon.
Okay, so confirmation. Now, we had seen there was a very short trailer that came out in Japan that did confirm that we are going to be getting the fossil Pokemon. So you can see Aurorus right here being used in battle. We'll be able to do that. Looks like this is like an intentional battlefield, which we have seen all over Lumiose. And then over here is another new plaza. But this one does not look like it has a wild zone at all, which is interesting. I really thought all of them would. Nothing too crazy here. This is probably like right when you walk in to the game. You got a little Goodra over here as well. Absolutely love that.
Here, you'll meet your
Okay, so this is the starters that we've seen a bunch, and that's in front of that building. Lopunny, Simisear over here as well.
Pokemon and set off on an adventure all
Okay. Nothing much. Larvitar here.
own.
I think that's really about it there. Let's see what else we got.
Wild zones.
Okay, so
can be
there's the
found
first wild
throughout
zone. We've
Lumiose
seen
City.
plenty of.
These habitats
No new Pokemon in here from what we were expecting.
Constructed to give
A Gyarados in the 11th wild zone, along with looks like a Clawitzer or something down here. That'll be good. I'll have to update that. We've been trying to keep track of every Pokemon in every wild zone so far. That's one of the guides that we're going to have over at the game house, is every wild Pokemon and where they are. So I will say the water real quick. The water actually looks pretty good. Like, this is a good scene of Pokemon. I still wish they would do a little bit more with the rocks. They don't look bad from a distance. They just don't look good right up next to them.
Places to
Love the Larions here. You can see the Helioptile. So this is where they had shown us in the last trailer where these kind of, I don't know, where they're the electric grid may be for Lumiose. You can see a rock that you're going to be able to break there. Okay, Scatterbug. So this is another view of Wild Zone 1. This is the first time we've had that. There's a map over here as well of everything.
even without
So these arrows, as a reminder, are how likely you are to be able to catch a Pokemon. So we got the Chikorita already there.
you can catch
There
a
we
wild
go.
Pokemon by tossing a Pokeball its way.
No, it's registered. Okay, so the Bumblebee sees you, tries to get you. You can see again the arrows, right, indicating how likely it is for you to be able to catch anything. Nothing too crazy down here. All Pokemon we already knew about. I guess an early Esper, though, actually. That is
When that
interesting.
happens,
Very early
it's
Esper.
time to battle. Moves are assigned to the 4 face buttons.
Yep.
After you use one, a move can be used again when it recharges.
Cooldown ends, yep.
Careful though, different
Okay, so Jolteon. No new Pokemon really down here as well. Just a Watchog. So this is in Zone 10. I don't know if we've really seen much of Zone 10 yet. There's an interesting rock or something up there as well. This looks like it's going to be one of the cafes. So you'll be able to kind of fast travel there as
moves
well.
recharge at different speeds.
And then look at this Pokeball just sitting out there in the middle.
So
Very interesting, because actually that is extremely interesting for a couple reasons with this. One is clearly this person has caught a Watchog, so we will have that returning as far as I know. That's the first time that we've seen that, right? And then this Pokeball just sitting out there in the open. Most of the time for, you know, at least for sure with Scarlet and Violet, right? They were just little shining lights on the ground. You didn't know what you were going to get. The occasional Pokeball, right? So I don't know if maybe that's just going to be a TM for sure, or how that's going to work. But very interesting. They also named their Pokemon in this playthrough. So Voltali.
Which ones you want to use and when.
And you can see the quick attack, by the way, charging up really quickly.
Strategically plan-
We got a Steelix here. It looks like you've got spikes of some kind in the air for sure. I don't know which one 100%, but yeah. And then you've got Weeping Bell, Heracross here. Again, nothing crazy down here, although I don't know we've really seen much of Altaria. Got your little Starmie down there as well. Looks like another little something or other over here. Probably a Pokeball again, which is interesting. Stealth Rocks. That's what this one is. Wasn't sure. Okay, rain. Big deal here. So there will be dynamic weather in this game. How it is going to affect our battles is really what's going to be interesting. I mean, it's got a semi-pour out. This trainer does, so maybe weather will actually affect moves, you know, abilities, all that kind of stuff, right? Abilities, I'm pretty sure, are back? Question mark? Brain's farting on that right now. Because I know... Yeah, I want to say that they're back to a certain degree, but I can't say for certain right now. But this is going to have the Alpha Houndoom, by the way, over here. What's interesting is if I remember correctly, the weird guy for the Malamar video was over here dancing in front of it. You've got another cafe within Wild Zone 6, which is interesting. Now, we've had the view, by the way, from here looking that way before as well. So,
and keep an eye out
really interesting. And this one's like literally hiding behind a taxi.
Overpower your team.
Oh, you just running away. Getting away from that bite. Okay, an Alpha Ghastly. First time, by the way, that I believe we've been inside of the cemetery. We've seen the outside of it. I believe this is Wild Zone 4, maybe. So we've got, you know, the return confirmed of, you know, if they see us, they're going to react to it.
Tough.
So you can sneak. And then it looks like an Alpha camera up here. This one's, I want to say this one's like 8, maybe. Something like that. I'm looking around, trying to see. I couldn't see. I'm pretty sure that was 8, though. This one should be near Quasartico. So, looks like they're just some... I mean, this is like... People were complaining and saying that the streets weren't really filled with anything, but every shot they're showing right now is... The streets are quite filled. And it looks like maybe this is what the new buildings are going to look like, by the way. You know, you got the older style ones, and then these are the newer ones. I will continue to say this. I think the game is going to evolve as we play. I think there will be new areas, new things that will kind of change as the game goes on. What I worry about is does that mean that there will be some Pokemon that you won't be able to get later in the game? I don't know, but I am intrigued.
Around town.
Oh, wait, one more thing I saw up there. You can see up here, by the way, more Mega Fragments of some kind. So there you go.
Around town, you can relax with your Pokemon
Okay,
at
Eevee,
cafes.
Baneri. Alright, so here we go. Interesting. You can go inside. It looks like there are, you know, shops are going to be everywhere. So if you're somebody who likes to customize your character, I'm generally not, but this is where you're going to be able to. You can walk past it. It'll give you a price tag, like an advertisement. That's really freaking cool. This is clearly early in the game, by the way, if you look at the Pokemon that this person has, but this has a door for you to go in.
Latest fashions.
So then when you go in, it's going to do this. Now, we saw this in Sword and Shield, I believe was the first time I remember seeing it like this, where you would be able to customize your character, you'd walk up to the door, and then you don't actually go inside, but you can pick what is available. So it looks like maybe your medals, Pokemon medals, will play into that. All right,
Even have an impromptu photo shoot at your favorite spots.
All right, so more about the photo stuff. Again, I don't personally care about that, but, you know, your character's going to look good, and you're going to be able to take cool pictures with your Pokemon. So, good news. Oh, man, that one's pretty cool, actually. I like that. And that's inside, by the way, of a cafe. Okay, this one's, again, inside of the cemetery. You see the Spinarak, the Haunter, the Ghastly's chilling back there. This is a wild zone. I wonder what any of these will say. Okay. There's the Quasartico building over there. Now, you can see as well, by the way. So, look. Nothing there right now. Interesting. There may be some new buildings on top of these buildings that we can go in. There might be, like, goodie huts or something like that. Where there will be like hidden items or something at the tops of these buildings. So that's very interesting. That's not something that I had seen before. You can even see some of the scaffolding right for the redevelopment down here as well. Everything else looks pretty normal, but you're going to see, watch the street here,
When night falls,
right? So it turns into ZA Royale area here, a pretty big area as well, by the way.
trainers
One more thing, let me look back on this. So you can see as well a way to get up to the top of the building, right over here. I think that's really about it. Yeah.
trainers duke it out to climb the ranks of the ZA.
Man, they have really, this must just be like the very beginning of the ZA Royale, because they've shown that like little cutscenes so many times. Okay, let's look at the map here real quick.
A Royale tournament.
Okay, so just walked into the ZA Royale area. This is on that street. This is pretty early. They've got 1 win already, 62 medals, 400 out of the 3,000 tickets that you need. You can see one of those challenge cards over here. You can see like laying on the ground, the different medallions you can pick up. Probably another challenge card or something like that, whatever we're calling them over there. Another way up to the top of the building, because there will probably be trainers over there. You can see as well up here the wild zone. This character and their Fennekin right here. So we're getting challenged. You get right into the battle.
Will challenge you to a Pokemon battle.
There's a rollout. I wonder how rollout's gonna work, by the way. That is actually an interesting question, because now, did they show what rank she was, by the way? You can see up here as well. I'm wondering what that green circle is. Might be the first time we've seen that. And it looks like there's like another gate here. So maybe going in this building right here will take you out of the ZA Royale area. Very interesting. Yeah, that's a possibility. And I know that like that's kind of the flag and stuff that you use to go on your next quest, whatever they may be. But it didn't seem like it showed when you got into battle with her. Let's see. We've been challenged. It's not showing what rank she is.
Trainers will challenge you.
I'm going to guess that this is like Y rank. Okay, so then this guy's X. So he's got, so it might be X. Then a level 16 Skidoo Kylian. Up here, this is, so this is the X ranked area then. You can still see that wall. This is the first time we're getting to see Lumiose really up close like this too. It's still lit up. It still looks beautiful, honestly. Or, excuse me, Prism Tower. Gosh, I keep saying Lumiose Tower, but it's Prism Tower. Looks like you can go in this building. Looks like there's a quest that you can pick up there. No new Pokemon, really, that are of any surprise.
You sneak up on an unsuspecting opponent to try landing a surprise.
I mean, yeah, this guy's just looking out there for no reason, so he's definitely going to get, snuck up on. Apparently, okay, so Charmeleon. Where we're going to find a Charmander, I don't know. How we're going to get a Charmander, I also do not know. But it looks like that will absolutely be happening at some point in the game. Now, if you guys remember, right, in X and Y, you were gifted them by Professor Sycamore. So I'm wondering if that will be the case. There's been a rumor that that would be the case. So we will have to see, though. I'm not going to confirm that yet. Obviously, this little Snover is about to get absolutely wrecked by anything that Charmeleon's going to do here. But this is a pretty later stage team. Nothing too crazy. Looks like a Pokemon Center here, but you guys can see the water down here. I wonder how we're going to go onto the water. If we're going to have like a ride Pokemon, or if it's just going to be, hey, have a water Pokemon of some kind. That would be pretty cool. And then you have the steel grates there. It looks like, you will not be able to go past there into the water that's on the other side, it looks like. In that area. Yeah, okay. This is outside of Zone 2. Okay, big deal here, actually. We have level 40 Pokemon. Wild Zone 2 is still available later in the game. So my theory of the game changing, it is changing, but I'm wondering if like every part of this map is going to get used at some point, because it doesn't look like Wild Zone 2 is going to change. Now, maybe the Pokemon there do, and they level up with you, but we haven't seen that yet. But that is really interesting. Barbaracle, by the way, rumored to be getting a Mega Evolution. We have not seen it yet, but that is the rumor right now, so we will have to see. But taking down this Machoke.
Win enough battles, and you'll earn the right to challenge a tougher opponent in a
Alright, so then this is the Z match. We already knew about this one.
match.
So they're really kind of hiding these.
With the goal of reaching the top, rank A.
Okay, so is he rank A? They said rank A. right when they are cutting to, gosh, I cannot remember his name right now, but he's the head of the Rust Syndicate. He has a very French name. I cannot remember it at the moment. But yeah, so that's interesting. The music is so good. All right, so Hotel Z looks fine. I don't know. The IV is not super convincing, but it's not terrible.
Hotel Z. It'll
Okay, interesting. So there's the little map area or whatever, the meeting area that we've been in. We've seen AZ over here. This is like the check-in area, and then I guess this is the lounge for this hotel.
Base of operations, and you'll meet some friendly.
Okay, anything new over here? We see Pyro or Go-Goat here. Can't really tell what is going on here, but the characters look good. All right, Scatterbug here, right?
Helping out at the hotel.
Nothing crazy.
Is either Urbane or Tawny.
Yeah, we knew that.
An aspiring dancer named
Lita.
And
Yeah.
a young fashion designer, Naveen. Together, you'll form...
Okay, so there's Prism Tower in the background there. I really can't tell. It looks like some sort of fairy Pokemon over here.
In order to protect the city. You'll also...
Okay, so to protect the city, we're joining Team NZ. Another picture of Prism Tower. Not a surprise, really. Gosh, AZ is so
the
tall.
help of other folks, like Hotel Z's owner, AZ.
Still
And the
crazy
top
they brought him back.
detective in town,
Emma. All right, finally a decent look over here. Looks like a Crobat over here, a Pichu maybe over here, or actually a Plusle or a Minun here. Maybe. I don't know. And then that's really about all we can tell. Maybe a Slurpuff over here. Could be that. A Lapras, actually, up here as well. Is she saying that she's seen a Lapras in Lumiose? That would be pretty crazy. Maybe this is like telling us where certain Pokemon are. You could go find a Crobat over here, a Lapras over here. Very interesting, because none of those have Mega Evolutions, as far as I know. Nothing else really on her desk. Just the Esper hanging out with her.
They'll lend a hand in
Okay, you can see his Mega Stone here in his hand.
tackling some strange
Mabel.
incidents in the city.
Alright, this is the clearest look we've had of this map. There's really nothing. I don't know what they're saying. This is all in Pokemon gibberish language, so not much to grab there. Okay, this must be the music for the Rogue Mega Evolutions, by the way, for that battle.
Pokemon are mega evolving on their own and rampaging across Lumiose City.
Okay, so these are confirmed now Rogue Megas. Okay, so Absol confirmed. We kind of knew about Dragonite already. Mega Banette and Mega T-Tar here.
Together with your allies on Team MZ.
Nothing crazy. She's using... I mean, we've seen this battle a couple times, so we know level 59 Rogue Mega Dragonite's a thing. You got a Charizard here, a Machamp. I cannot remember what this one is, but and then a Roserade here. You can see the Mega. It's got the stone, so that's a confirmation on the picture there. You can see all the Mega stuff around it. You got Manectric. I wonder if that means... I wonder if she's going to have multiple Mega Pokemon too. That's interesting, because you have Mega Manectric, and you would probably bring a Mega with you into this. So I am really and truly wondering if Urbane and Tawny are going to have multiple Mega Pokemon as well, actually. There's Tyranitar. We got Naveen here with us. We knew about Mega Tyranitar being rogue at some point.
Is to strengthen your bonds with your Pokemon and unleash Mega Evolutions of your own.
Gardevoir.
You have what it
All
takes
the others.
to pacify the
Not all of them, but a lot of them. Okay, so then this is Banette's thing. So there's going to be a lot of AoE effects. You can even see it like using what looks like it's going to be a Confuse Ray over here. So Rogue Mega Banette is at level 41. So this will be absolute after you have Absol. Very interesting. Okay. Oh, what? In this battle, so okay. This is a huge deal, actually. Now, I don't know if this is double team that is being used. I'd have to look to see if Mega Banette knows this. But the battles are going to be different, right? So let's watch that again real quick.
What it takes to pacify the rogue.
Okay, so it looks like it's using some ability, Phantom Force. Okay. And by using Phantom Force, I guess it creates multiple versions of itself. So there are going to be different attacks for these Rogue Mega battles. They are not going to be the same. That is awesome. That is a very cool improvement. It's going to make these battles more than just, oh, you just fight them and they use, you know, Toxic and it just happens to go on the ground. Like, these are very different battles from each one of them. Like, look at this with Tyranitar using Power Gem. They're giving them special moves. That is amazing, actually. What a really cool addition here. I'm impressed.
Mysterious cause behind the rampages.
Alright, so this is the online multiplayer that we knew about, the Battle Club.
With up to
Okay, so looks like your rank will be shown. Novice trainers, right? You're going to have a rank. Looks like you can use just a basic picture, right? Or one of the pictures to use that as your intro screen here.
Other trainers by connecting either locally or online.
Okay, so this is a map that we've seen, by the way, already. All right.
Gather your team and see who can take down the most Pokemon within the time limit.
Malamar Psyshock looks cool.
Show off your trainer chops by using all the moves and Mega
Now, it looks like Mega Evolution
Evolution
does not stop the time, by the way. So you're going to have to really plan out when you're going to use that. Okay, this is at the very beginning. Wait, what was behind? The Diggersby. What is that? I guess that's a blocked off area, so you have to fight this Diggersby to be able to go up there, it looks like. Cool battle. I love... Now, this will be really cool to watch from like an aerial view. I hope that they have that, like some sort of way to watch these battles like that, because, I mean, this looks really cool from that angle, honestly. Okay, first time we're seeing Pokemon get healed. First time we're seeing all of these Pokeballs, by the way. A lot of different ones here, it looks like. So, great choices there. Oh, trading. Trading 100% confirmed, by the way. That's a big deal. You can see 2 Pokemon that needed to be traded. You got the Pidgeot here. Different team, nothing too crazy. Rogue Victory Bell's at 34, which we already knew. Rogue Mega Camerupt at 34 as well. So there will be multiple Rogue Megas around the same levels, it looks like. So that's pretty cool. And there are the starters. Man, that Delphox, all of them look really good, actually.
A whole new adventure.
It's all about Megas. Okay, wait, was there anything crazy there? 1 second. No, just a new angle. So this is... That's the crypt. That's where we are battling for in the ZA Battle Club. Looks like there's a battle area over there. Looks like these are new buildings. So, like, really and truly, right, the city is turning from these, excuse me, these older buildings, right, to these newer ones. So that's the redevelopment area, you know, part of the game. That's pretty crazy.
Lumiose City is about
and then it looks like maybe, okay, last thing I'm going to say here real quick. So it looks like they were able to defeat a Rogue Mega, and then you get the Mega Stone. We kind of knew that that was probably what was happening. This pretty much confirms it. And here's the little area at the top of Hotel Z. Oh, look at this. There's like a web for you to walk across here. So it's not always going to be that you're just jumping on your phone. There are going to be other ways. Like, we already knew that there were potentially platforms and stuff to connect it, but looks like a little web or a net over there to do so. So maybe there's like a spin rack or something over there. I think that's really it.
Available
okay.
October 16th. Only on the Nintendo Switch 2.
Let's see if they got something
Nintendo
else
Switch
in the back here. Nothing too crazy at the tops of these buildings that I can see.
With enhanced resolution and frame rates on Switch 2.
Okay. And the new music, by the way, for the Pokemon Center, you can see new rocks over here blocking some of these areas. So it looks like, you know, it looks like Zone 1 will continue on, but you gotta get through these rocks first to be able to get to it.
Visually robust and immersive adventure.
Is there anything else around here? No.
The Nintendo Switch 2 edition of the game can be played on a Switch 2.
Yes, that makes sense.
Please be sure to purchase the game edition that matches your system.
Okay, so they're just
Plus,
warning
Nintendo
everybody.
Switch 2 players who have Pokémon Legends ZA on Nintendo Switch can upgrade to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing the upgrade pack.
Yay, how great. You can buy the game basically twice, or you can just get it the first time. Okay, so look, there was a lot of stuff that I think that they, just little tidbits that we could find throughout there. Some really big additions, right, where the rogue mega Pokemon are going to have different moves that you'll have to dodge, right, where you will have where trading is like fully implemented, right? We saw just different moves and some of the ways that things were done, weather effects as well, which is a huge deal in my mind. The pictures that are going to be used for the ZA Battle Club. We saw a little bit more about the ZA Royale. The guy from the Rust Syndicate here. A lot of cool stuff, actually. Confirmation that some of these Rogue Mega Pokemon are going to be happening at the same time in the game as well. Some of them will be earlier, some of them will be later. The highest level Pokemon that we've seen so far is level 59. So I'm going to guess that that's kind of near the end of the game, but we will see. All I know is that, and then that, you get the Mega Stone for the Pokemon, because I believe when you beat the Rogue Mega, that may be the only way that you can get them in the game. I'm not saying that's 100% the case, but there is the possibility that that will be the only way that you can get Mega Victory Bell, though we've seen Weeping Bell, so maybe that's just the only way you can get the stones. I don't know. We're going to have to see how they're going to implement everything. I still have no idea how they're going to fit everything in this city, but I think as the game goes on, the game will progress, the things will change, more things will evolve around the city, and we'll have to see how all that's connected. But I'm super jazzed, really and truly, about this game. I think it's going to be awesome. We've got a lot more to go over here over the coming weeks. So, again, make sure that you guys are joining us here at Haus. We're going to be bringing you every single thing we can every day that we see something leading up into the game. And then we're going to have a ton of content, like I said, coming out those days to help you guys learn about the game and how to play it. But that is going to do it for us here. What was your favorite part of the trailer that you learned about? Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, that's it. So, from our Haus Sears, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.